indulging my curiosity is pretty much how I got here. Let's dive into the most difficult thing. Okay, so I think my life is a demonstration of what happens when you don't have a plan. I've changed careers at least 5 times that I can remember, probably more. And my family, they used to joke that if only I could focus, I could do something important. And focus was never something that appealed to me because I'm curious. I like knowing things. I get bored easily. No joke that I really do have a low boredom threshold. So indulging my curiosity is pretty much how I got here. I think that, and I like to help. I'm one of those people who can't sit by and watch something not being done well. So I tend to just jump in and say, wait, I'm here to help. Let me help. And usually people let me, and then things work. And so the things I was helping with work, the more I got invited to do those types of work. This whole whatever it is I'm doing now, this is not the kind of job that you go to college for, get a degree in this and say, I am now this, therefore please hire me. I started off as a newspaper reporter because, again, curiosity. This idea of being able to ask questions without being told, sit down and be quiet, pretty good gig. I could actually ask all the questions I wanted, and that actually was my dream now. So no wonder journalism was my first love. And newspaper reporting is an absolutely dream job. I could not believe I got paid to write. And I had a byline in the newspaper, even the incredibly tiny newspaper. But what newspaper reporting did for me was connect the dots and help me see the big picture. Because when you study journalism, political science in college, you learn all the theory, you learn all the systems, but it's oddly disconnected from the lived experiences. And that's what reporting did for me. There is no better education than a year spent as a reporter in a small town because you really do get exposure to everything. And at one point, my family was incredibly embarrassed that part of my job was every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I would drive into the local jail, like actually go inside and collect names of all the people who arrested the day before. So we could print them in the newspaper. This was obviously well before internet and social media, but it was the absolute best way to learn. And even though the industry changed, I love journalism. That journalism training fundamentally changed what I see, what I pay attention to, what I hear. And it really does teach you to notice what's missing. So often in business, we focus on accuracy and data, all the stuff, but we don't talk about what's not there. Recognizing what's not there, whose perspective is not accounted for, whose experiences are not part of the narrative. That's not something we teach in business. For me, that's journalism. It's pure liberal arts training, which often gets a bad rap, but that's where I learned how to talk to people, how to listen, and how to put all the pieces together. And so from that very small start, kept having opportunities, kept being pulled into work, and had a lot of really good people who were like, wait, I think you can help here. Let's bring you in. And so that's where we are today.